So I just quickly want to start this video with a very quick spoiler warning. We do have some major spoilers for Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5. So if you haven't seen that yet, or you are trying to avoid spoilers, then I would recommend leaving this, watching it, and then coming back at a later date. But if you're still watching at this point, I'm going to assume that you're down and you know what we're going to be talking about, so let's get into it. So, on the latest episode of The Mandalorian, we see Ahsoka Tano is searching for information regarding Grand Admiral Thrawn, a character that we have not seen since his disappearance on Lothal along with Ezra Bridger. However, this does leave a lot of questions. For one, where is Thrawn? Or what happened to him and Ezra? However, for this video, I want to focus on why exactly Ahsoka is hunting him. So I came up with a few different reasons about why exactly Ahsoka may be trying to track down Thrawn, and possibly most obviously is that she is trying to find Ezra. It's pretty clear that Ezra had gained access to some deep Force mysteries before his disappearance. He was becoming a pretty powerful Jedi. And now that the Empire is in collapse and the Jedi are looking to re-establish themselves, I believe that Ahsoka would want to find Ezra, and it may mean that finding Thrawn is the best way to find Ezra. If she found out that Thrawn was alive but still didn't know where Ezra was, then Thrawn would be the natural person to talk to. It is also possible that when her and Sabine went to find them, they'd already encountered Thrawn, and perhaps it didn't go well. Maybe Thrawn imprisoned Sabine or killed Sabine, and this could be a mission by Ahsoka to either rescue her friends or bring Thrawn to justice. However, I do think that there are some very different reasons which may be quite interesting. Now, I personally do not believe that Thrawn is going to even stand a chance of turning the war around. I don't think that that is the reason why Ahsoka is hunting him. Now, I do admit that Thrawn is a military genius, and he has done some amazing moves in the past, but at this point the Empire really kind of is a little bit too far away from saving, even if the person who takes control is somebody as adept as Thrawn. But I do believe that Ahsoka's hunt for Thrawn may have something to do with the unknown regions. The Purrgil, the light-speed travelling Force-sensitive creatures who stole Thrawn's flagship and pushed him and Ezra into presumably the unknown regions, are one of the main reasons why I think this. The thing is that needless to say, there's a lot of unknown things in the unknown regions. It is possible that the Purrgil took the duo to some form of secretive place related to the Force. And Ahsoka may just be trying to find out more about what exactly happened. I mean, at the end of the day, Thrawn was a very, very dangerous person, and at the end of the day, if he is alive, Ahsoka's going to want to find out what happened. However, another theory that I did have is that it could possibly link to Palpatine. Now, we know that Palpatine resurrected himself and fled to the Sith world of Exegol in the unknown regions. Now, Ahsoka is unquestionably one of the most powerful Force sensitives in the galaxy at this point, and it could be possible that Ahsoka would have sensed Palpatine was not truly dead. I feel like realistically, if Palpatine is resurrecting himself, this must cause some sort of disturbance in the Force. Something that maybe Luke at this point would not be able to detect because he hasn't had as long to train, but Ahsoka, being pretty old by this point, would stand quite a good chance. And this could ultimately link to Thrawn. Now, Thrawn is from the unknown regions. He was also very highly regarded by Palpatine, so perhaps Ahsoka knows that Thrawn is alive but was just letting him be, but now that she has detected this disturbance in the Force, she wants to find out what is happening in the unknown regions, and who better to find out than Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's not only an Imperial insider with a great deal of knowledge, but he was also privy to a lot of Palpatine's plans. And he's from the area, so you never know, he might actually stand a pretty good idea. He may be able to act as a guide. But finally, and possibly my own favourite theory, is that Ahsoka is trying to stop the Chiss. Now, Thrawn's loyalty is something that is somewhat non-concrete. He isn't only loyal to the Empire, he is also loyal to the Chiss Ascendancy. Now, the Ascendancy are an independent government that is highly secretive, but exists somewhere in the unknown regions. Even the Empire wasn't able to really work out where they were or how to beat them. However, there is a theory where the Chiss sent Thrawn to make an alliance with the Empire to help fight a new threat in the unknown regions, which some people do believe is the Yuzong Vong. So the argument here is that Thrawn could potentially save the Empire. If the Chiss Ascendancy is worried about this new threat from the unknown regions, and they wanted to ally with the Empire, an autocracy with an incredibly powerful military to help them stop this unknown threat, then it could be argued that the Chiss Ascendancy would rather have the Empire in power than the New Republic. If Thrawn was to convince the Chiss Ascendancy to join the war siding with the Empire, even at this late stage, the results could be catastrophic for the New Republic. Not a lot is known about the Chiss Ascendancy, their military capabilities, where they are, how many of them there are, or really anything. But we know that they must have some pretty competent warriors, because one of the few that we do see, Thrawn, is incredibly proficient at what he does. So for this theory, potentially we could be looking at the Chiss Ascendancy coming and joining the war along with the Imperial remnants. And this New Republic, who granted is pretty powerful and does have the backing of a lot of the galaxy, is not really in a place to be able to fight a war against an unknown threat, who hasn't been bogged down by decades of internal conflict like the ones in our own galaxy. So potentially it could be a case that Ahsoka is trying to stop Thrawn from bringing the Chiss into the war. It's possible that the New Republic is simply neglecting this as a threat. After all, most would probably say that Thrawn was dead. He hasn't been seen for quite a while, and the Chiss Ascendancy has basically been very, very xenophobic and peaceful for a long time. So, for the New Republic, who is quickly trying to sweep away the remnants of the Empire, it doesn't really make sense to go around worrying about this long-standing, peaceful group. However, Ahsoka may feel different, and maybe the Chiss could be a very serious threat that no one is considering. But what do you guys think of these theories? Do you think any of them have any merit? And why do you think that Ahsoka is hunting Thrawn? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I do quickly want to say I am sorry for the lack of videos. Again, it is a very, very busy time at the moment, but I am going to continue to work hard to get videos out as often as possible for you guys, and I really do appreciate all of the support you do leave. So please do remember to like, share, and sub, as it does help the channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at The Lore Guy and tick the bell to make sure that you are regularly updated on when new content does come out. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you're all having a great day, and I'll see you next time.